Okay, here we go. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to pass data from one activity to another using the putExtra method. So we have a simple project with a main activity and a second activity. Let's take a look at the main activity. Has a button that says Open Second Activity, and attached to that button we have an on-click listener, uh, which opens up the second activity. So we create an intent, pass the context, reference to the second activity class, and then we call start activity to call up the second activity. Let's look at the second activity layout then. We have a text view on the layout that says hello world from second activity. I'm going to change that so it says just hello. And let's also note that the text view ID is message. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass some data from the first activity. When we click on the button, we're going to pass some data to the second activity, and then we're going to assign that data, which is just a simple string, to this text view text property. So first, let's look at our main activity. Here's where we create the button and call set on-click listener. Here's our on-click method, which defines an intent with the context, reference to the second activity, and then we call start activity to actually fire up the activity. So we've got an explicit intent here. What we can do now is we can actually add some data to this intent object using a method putExtra. And what putExtra does is it puts a name value pair of data that we can send to the second activity. So we're going to say talking Android.message. So this gives us an ID for our value. And then we'll say hello from main activity. So this is the data that we're actually passing to the second activity. putExtra adds this named value into the, it stores it with the second activity intent object, and then we pass that into this start activity method. Now inside of our second activity here, what we can do is we can create an intent using this getIntent object, and this gives us the intent that was used to create the current activity, or this activity, right? So we'll say string message equals, and then we're going to use the current intent that was passed. And look at this, there's a method getStringExtra. So we had putExtra, and now we have getStringExtra. And we're going to pass in that ID that we had for our message. And now let's grab the text view widget from our layout. Remember that the ID was just message, all lowercase. And then we'll say message text view dot set the text property here, set text, equal to the string that we passed in from that putExtra method with the intent. So we're going to take the value of this, which was placed in the intent object. We're going to save that to a string variable called message, and then we're going to assign that value to our message text view, or that message text view widget on our layout. So let's take a look at how it works here. Android Studio is smart. Okay, so here we go, we're running our app. And first we'll see that main activity pop up. And remember that we've got a button. When we click the button, we're going to call putExtra, which puts this named value, here's the name and the value pair, we're using the putExtra method into the intent object. Then we're going to start the second activity. The second activity is going to create an intent object, which is assigned to the intent that was used to create the activity itself. And it's going to display it inside of that text view widget. So that's how we can pass some simple data back and forth between activities. Thanks.